So hello everybody. Well, we're waiting on parts for the old O's. I figured might as well dive into this one here. A little bit of backstory. I used to drive a dump truck, and we'd take bedding, sand bedding, to farmers for their milking cows. And I always drove by this little barn. I always seen this car sitting in there. Of course, it was pulled in, so I could, and it was in the corner. I couldn't really see what it was. And I watched that thing for probably 10 years. I worked driving dump truck, and then I had quit driving dump truck and went to the local electrical distributor place, and I worked in there at the counter. And one day this farmer's son came in, and I just couldn't help myself. I asked him, I said, you know, what's the deal with that old car sitting in there in the old barn? I said, I can't even tell what it was. And he said, well, it's an old Mercury Cougar 76 RX-7 that it would have been his sister was driving. And I'll show you the damage on the other side here in a little bit. And she got hit turning in the driveway, and they literally pulled it into that little barn and left it set, thinking they were going to fix it someday. Well, that's been, well, I've known about the car now 15 years. And I've owned it now, oh, probably a year, maybe a little more. Literally pulled it off the trailer, put the rubber tarp over it, and it's been sitting here ever since. So, so we'll just take a quick walk around here and just show you what I got. We'll take the tarp off of it. We can open the hood and look at what it's got inside. When they knew I was coming to look at it, they actually had pulled it out and washed it and cleaned it up. It's like, well, you really didn't need to do it. Appreciate it though. But anyway, we'll walk around it here, and we'll take the cover off and open the hood, and I know it's got a 351 in it, I'm sure. I don't know if it's Cleveland or Windsor. I guess we'll all find that out together. But yeah, it's otherwise it's been, I mean, it's been inside. It's sat outside here now a year, which, you know, when I get a place down the barn to put it, I'll put it. I just want to get this thing running, get it, see if we can get it running again. I mean, they just pulled it in, and actually the key was still in the ignition. They turned it off and left it set, so that made it good. It had a key, and the old battery was even still in there. But yeah, I mean, all the chrome is decent. The front bumpers nice and straight. I love that emblem. I mean, that's cool, that old stuff. But we'll go around the worst side here, I guess, and show you. And it's got a lot, well, not a lot, it's got rust. I mean, that's through there. Well, here, let's get the cover off here while I'm showing you. Let's undo it here. This rubber cover is nice. It's old RV roofing. I used to work at the RV company. I got some of this stuff, and man, it works great for covering cars, because it's tough rubber. And let's get this off of here. I'll just take the back one off too. You can see some of the rust. I mean, that's typical northern Indiana rust belt rust. I mean, I think some of you guys think you live in a rust belt, but up here in northern Indiana, I think they got an abundance of salt, and they use it, let me tell you. It's really too bad, but oh well. All right, gonna pull this tarp off here. Let's see what we got. Ta-da! Still got one hooked here in the rust hole. Okay, let me get this back here all the way. All right, so now you can see the full picture. Once I get inside, I'll try to do a walk around inside, maybe get it up on the lift. But yeah, that's kind of what it looked like when I picked it up. I mean, they had washed a lot of the grime off of it, but you can still see it had a lot of grime on it. and they couldn't get the door open, but I had managed to pry it open. And we'll take a tour inside after. I'll go around the outside, but yeah, it's yeah, oh well, it is what it is. And this is going to be fun to try to get out. And you know, this is not going to be a restoration of perfect stuff, because it's just not going to be unless somebody takes it and really goes over it. But biggest thing I want to do is get it cleaned up, get it movable again, so I can move it around here. But yeah, I think we can. I got a friend of mine that's has been a body man, and I think we can pull this back out so at least the door will shut. And then tried to find a door. I've tried to find a door for this, and I don't know. It's not something you just Google and you find them all over the place. But I've been keeping my eye open. If anything, I thought it'd be kind of fun, and I don't know anything about body work. I have done very little body work, but take this door off, take the skin off, and try to straighten it. That sound crazy? I don't know. I may just try it. I'm not afraid to try anything once. What am I do? Damage it more than what it is? No. So it's worth a go. I mean, it got into the rocker a little bit, but that's no big deal. So I mean, little windows in the back with a little Cougar on it. That's just, that kind of stuff is just so cool. You can see where they had duct tape on covering the window up, because this back window got broke. But yep, typical Indiana rust, you know. But all in all, to me, I mean, I think it's in pretty decent shape. You know, it was parked in 2003. Now you can see that 2003 is when that happened, and they just pulled it in and parked it. But yeah, I mean, the quarters aren't bad, other than, you know, you get down underneath here and they get pretty punky. But we'll have to get it up on the lift and kind of look underneath here. I'm sure the underside, that's blowing out back there. But you know, all the hubcaps are there, and you know, got the Cougar in them. Just, let's see, this door opens. Yeah, the door works pretty good, but yeah, the doors have definitely taken some Indiana salt water. But all in all, I mean, you gotta think it's been sitting there since '03, and I think I did not put any air in the tires except that one, and that one is just about flat again, and that's been about a year ago. So I can't believe the tires are in that kind of shape. I mean, look at these things. I mean, they're not even weather checked. I just don't understand how they can sit. You know, they are a little bit there where it's sitting, but I mean, I don't even think they're a name brand. Mastercraft. So yeah, oh well, I just can't believe how long they hold air. And there's the Cougar XR-7. That's just cool. And all the chrome. I think I said on that old Oldsmobile that we're doing, I just love all this old chrome and stainless. Final top looks in not bad shape, and then down here I really don't see it blowed out. Usually this is a bad spot because water gets in up here, you know, and runs down and gets trapped between the vinyl top and back in here. And usually a lot of times this is all, you know, blowed out, but I can't see a lot down in there, you know, in the corners of the window on either side. There's kind of pulled away, but yeah, down in there it doesn't look bad, you know. And here it's all, I can feel it's solid. It's got a little bubble there, but all in all, I guarantee you this is going to look so much better cleaned up. I don't know here. This, I wonder if it had been repaired. I know, I mean, I can go back and ask this guy anytime, because I think he told me they bought it brand new. So they had bought it new and drove it since 76 to 03. And so yeah, there's pretty much the walk around. Let's go look at the interior. Well, let's start over here since they got this door open. I mean, look at that. Can you believe that? I mean, it's just crazy. But yeah, it's definitely sitting out here in the sun too. Whew. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. I'd have figured it smelled like crazy, but it's not terrible. There's the side door trim. There's the step plate, rocker plate or whatever. But yeah, the carpet is definitely definitely old. Holy cow. But you know, the back seat, what I can see of it, let's tilt this chair forward here if I can. Yeah. I don't know what this was. Oh, this was what was covering the window, I bet. Yeah. But you know, the back seat, look at that. I mean, it's still soft. That'll clean up really good. What is that? Oh, well, maybe that's been changed. Yeah, we'll see. There's oh, that's from the driver's door. That's from the window. Is it bad when you can see light down through there? I can see daylight. It must be a little rotted in the fender wells, but yeah. But look at the got one hole. What? Well, there's two. There's two holes. Well, I guess there's some above here, but at least it's not falling down. Yeah, mice, but it's all there. The light. It's not like it's all torn down, but mice have definitely been up in there. And the front seats look, I mean, these look really good. Middle armrest. Yeah, cool. Well, that did have a nice little mirror in it with some vanity lights. That was probably an option. And just basic window crank here. No power of nothing. Yeah, I think it's had some mice in here, but it doesn't smell that bad. I mean, I'm shocked that it doesn't smell that bad. I don't know what that is. That is, oh, that's the cover for that vanity mirror. All right, let's go to the other side here. So yeah, well, hey, it's got one little option. Remote mirror. It doesn't work, but oh, hey, I stand corrected. Look at that, power seat. Wow, that's good. And one little rip in the driver's seat. And it's getting pretty thin there, but you know, the edges here, usually this is the first part to blow out, or this back here and this this leading edge of the seat. And I don't even know how many miles are on it. Let's look at the armrests. You know, they're not all tore up, but the handles are tore off. But that's typical. Monte Carlos, anything with a pull handle like that, it seems like they always pull out. But the armrests don't look bad as far as wear. The seat don't look bad. And let's look at a brake pedal down here. Let's see if we can get in there and look. I mean, to me, it's got, well, it's down to the metal there. Gas pedal don't look too bad, but I mean, that's not a lot of wear. I think a lot of the wear is just, I mean, no mats on it. So he's right on the carpet. Oh man, I don't even know if I can get in this thing. This is gonna be a tight fit even for me. God. All right, well, there's the mouse hole. Well, maybe they haven't chewed that wire. That probably goes to the dome light. Well, the mirror still works. And the dash, you know, because it sat inside, you know, all that time instead of out in the fence row or somewhere, even though it was just a little, it just looked like a shed. They kept their mowers in and stuff, and they just put it in the back of it. The dash is in incredibly good condition. I mean, that's cool. I really haven't paid that much attention to this stuff. But the steering wheel has got, yeah, mold and gross stuff on it. How many miles? Hold on a minute. There, I got you out of my tripod. Let's look. 90, what is that? 90,738. I can believe that. I can believe that from the way the pedals look on here, the armrest. I can believe that. 90,000 miles, which is it. And I do remember they had the keys for it. Plus I got another set. I got another set in the house with a title. So yeah, 90,738. And it does have, I gotta take back, it does have some options on it. Amp gauge, temp gauge, oil gauge, and it has a tach. Well, I guess I figured it was more of a plain Janer. Like I said, I looked at it a little bit there where I picked it up at. I didn't want to film a lot there just for their privacy. So, and it has cruise. So I totally take back about not many options. It's got more than what I thought. But yeah, tach, odometer, cruise, no tilt. Is there a tilt? No tilt. There's your heater controls is here. Lights. Yeah, well, put a start. No, I'm just kidding. And radio delete. I think the people I bought it from didn't listen to radios, so I think it'd be nice to find a build sheet underneath the back seat, but I'm not doing any hope of that. But yeah, well, there it is. Just a quick tour of the inside. I think it looks pretty good, actually. I mean, you clean this thing up and the basic stuff is in decent shape, you know. So it's going to be interesting to see how it cleans up. But let's go look under the hood. I did have it open there, and they said there was a possum living in it, and they had dug all that out. Been kind of fun to see that, but they said hold on, I gotta put you down. Okay, now I got it. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so that's about what I remember, but I don't know if that battery's going to be coming back or not. But right in here, right in this area here, you can still see some of the remnants of corn fodder, and I guess a possum had a nest in here, and I guess he did leave a little deposit right there. Oh, whew, that's old. But I did turn the crank a little bit, and it's not stuck. So I think we have a good chance of getting this thing actually running. Where is that forward control? Right here. Looks like that's a new one. Yeah, Napa. So it's good. Looks like that's been changed sometime in the. And oh, I didn't even check. No air conditioning. Yeah. No AC. Unless it's been deleted. I don't know. Is it anywhere on the controls? Defrost, warm. No. Cool. No, it's got a. Oh, it had an option for a rear window fan. But no AC. Well, my wife ain't gonna drive this. But I do know it turned over, and that's about all I did. I didn't even check the oil in it, I don't think. But what is this? Or the brakes? Let's see. What does that say? 351 2V V8. I don't know if that, well, you Ford guys will know. I ain't a big Ford guy, so I'd imagine that is original. The way they did that, don't know. Probably so. I think that is pretty much junk. But the wires, you know, there's not a lot of, well, we don't have a lot of bad. I know some places around have huge mice problems for chewing, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem like we have it around here in northern Indiana like other people do. But the wires look fairly new. They're all there. Like I said, this thing should, I can't turn it right now, but this thing should fire up, because they literally drove it in and turned it off. I mean, the keys that were in there sitting there, and you know, the battery was still connected, and never did check to see if it's got any antifreeze in it. Let's see what we got here, if I can get it off. Well, I can see, yeah, I can see green down in there. I don't doubt you can. But yeah, definitely. Oh, there you can. Yeah, definitely got antifreeze in it. Well, that's a good sign. And the oil, let's check the oil. I did not check the oil either. Let's see what it's got for oil. And, you know, it's oil. Let's let me wipe that off, and my wife will like that wiped underneath my arm, but it's an old shirt. Well, where's the full mark? Is it over full? Yeah, not bad. It's not over full a lot. I don't smell fuel. Well, nah, there's no, doesn't look like there's fuel in it. Tranny fluid. It's not, it has to be running, but wow, that smells like it needs to be changed. Maybe not. Maybe it'll leave well enough alone if it shifts. But yeah, that smelled great. One more thing. Let's go look in the trunk. I did not look in the trunk when I was there, I don't think. If I did, I can't remember what's in there. But let's open the trunk here. All right. Well, spare tire. Spare tire. Lots of mice. Look at that, sunflowers. They must have got that from their garden, because their garden was across the driveway from where this was sitting in a little building. Well, spark plugs. Not sure if these are going to be new, or are these going to be new? That'd be nice if they were new. And no, they're not new. But that don't look that bad. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that, but that one don't look bad. If they all look like that, they'll be in good shape. Here's an old newspaper. Yeah. I'm not sure what that funnel was used for, but it was made to do something. Spare tire. Boy, there ain't much back here. That's about it. Oh, the jack, the old crawl underneath the car and get crushed type jack. Don't look too bad. Holes back there. They can get in the back of the seat. I'm not sure how bad that's going to be, but there's a little escape hole. A little rust. And what's this? Why would they have this? Oh, that must have got broken in the accident, and he actually changed one. Huh. There's a piece of trim. There's the foot for that, and that looks about it. So not a whole lot in the trunk, which is good. Yeah, there's the how to do the bumper jack. I used to go stick in these little slots right there, jack them up, and then you get under them and they fall over, and you're laying with your feet under out of the car. Then we're not good. But all right, so I guess they got a nice little. I didn't see that before. I don't know if that's a blanket or something there. Put that back there like that. Yeah, there. That's great. All right. Well, there's the walk around. We'll get it up on the lift. I'll get it in the building here. We'll get it up on the lift, and an old inspection. We used to have inspections here before. Even before, it was 1980. I graduated in 81, and by that time, these inspection stickers, I never had to get my vehicles inspected. Thank goodness, because they probably would have never passed. But hey, you know what? The windshield, I don't see any cracks on the windshield. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know what you call, I forget what you call those, but I see where they had a wiper. Must have had a wiper come off, and it was scratching the windshield. That's too bad. Yeah, anytime your wipers, you don't want to let your metal scrape on the window. Either get out and tip it up so it don't, do that, but it'll scratch the window. Oh, there's one little right there. Yep, one little stone chip. But the rest of them, back window looks good. Yeah. Well, that's too bad. It wasn't for that, because you know what's going to happen with that now that it's outside getting hot and cold. That'll crack. But oh well. So there you go. Next step is, there goes the sirens. Get this thing in the building up on the wildfire. So I'll get that done. All right. Let's go. Okay, hold on. Good? Yeah. It's going. Yeah, keep pushing. Ready? Hold on, let it go back. Hold on. Let me get a chalk. That way I don't go too far.
Are you helping?
Yeah, we're gonna need your help.
Is she? Oh, stop her.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let it come forward. Let it come forward. Hold on. Let it come forward more, so we can get a head start. Okay, now go. Push.
Oh, Parker, get
One
back.
more time. Here we go. One,
Okay, 1,
2, 3, go. Got it. That's good. All right.
You hit your back.
Yeah, we did it. All right. It's in here.
Okay.
All right, good enough. All right, well, with the help of other people, we got it pushed up on the lift here. So let me, let's get it in the air. Let's take a look underneath and see what we got underneath once. See how bad it is underneath. So let's get it going up in the air. can go in my low ceiling. All right, well, now we got a bird's eye view of it, and we can look at how bad it really is. You know, now let's start in the front here. Let's just start on the passenger side here. Of course, it's rusty from sitting in that barn, but I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I mean, it's a lot of just surface rust, you know, from sitting, and it was on a dirt floor, so that probably didn't help matters much. But yeah, I mean, not too bad. And up around inside the fender wells, typical. And then you get down here, then you start getting into the good stuff. You know, that's and the doors. Of course, I mean, I've seen worse. You know, I've seen a lot worse here in northern Indiana. So, I mean, that's pretty crusty. But it looks like the rocker panels, you know, under here. Let me see if I can get you under there to take a look. I mean, it's not bad. The rocker panels don't look bad, which I mean, it's surprising. You know, they don't look that bad. Try to get you in there. I mean, yeah, the rocker panels look good. Along there, that's pretty good. And the rear quarter here is, you know, 8 out. You know, the inner fender wells don't look too bad if you can see up in there. And this back here, I think the mud flap didn't save much, but that's packed full of mud yet. And carpet. And what else? I'm not sure. Let's look back here. Yeah, there's that hole we've seen in the trunk. But all in all, I mean, it's not, let me get a light on it here. It's not as bad as what I thought it would be. Yeah, I mean, and the gas tank is actually looks pretty good for sitting that long. I don't know if that's, yeah. What year was it? 03. So yeah, 03 is when they parked it in that shed. I mean, this isn't bad. I mean, that stuff is just, I mean, that's pretty solid stuff yet there. You know, under here, I mean, you get up in the corners of the quarter and then it gets pretty bad up in here, but I mean, that's not bad. I mean, it's got a big hole there, which is typical Indiana. You know, and up across the fender well there, which this side seems to be worse than the other one, but I mean, that don't look real good there. And of course, that part looks terrible. But like I said, I don't know if it'd even be worth doing. If I can find another door, I'll get another door. But I think it'd be fun to, because I mean, this door here, other than this corner, this right here is not rusted that bad. I mean, it's not, I think the other side's worse than this side. But I don't know. That's right there is a big, I think it's like a side, it's a bar in the door to protect it from exactly what happened. I think they tear that apart, there's going to be a bar there. I don't know what they called it back in the day, but this isn't real good there. But, you know, fixable. Somebody wants to take the time. and, you know, across the top fender well. We've seen a lot of this from outside, but not under here. And this rocker panel's the same way. I mean, it's solid. I'm really shocked. But let me grab a light and let's go underneath and see what the underside looks like. All right, well, I know one thing. I smell some old gas. Woo, man. I can smell it from here. Probably use that for varnish to re-varnish some wood or something. But yeah, up in there, I mean, that looks pretty good. And it's unbelievable when they rolled this out of the little barn it was sitting in. They, I think, pumped up that one tire and they pushed it out by hand. I can't believe, I mean, that's amazing how some vehicles can sit, you know, where it was sitting and still put it in neutral and it rolls out. And some of them were just locked up tighter than I'll get out. So yeah, that's weird. But I mean, look at the brake lines. I don't know. I have not hit the brakes yet. I don't know if they did when they pulled it out, but I know I have not hit the brakes to try to stop this thing yet. But they don't look super bad. So, and the tailpipe's rusted off, and you know, all this, the muffler looks amazingly good. And yeah, so that had a, well, that's been changed. That brake line there, where does that go? So it looks like it had brake line sometime, and there's a famous splice kit right there. So somewhere along the line, it's, and that looks pretty old too. But oh, at least they did it right. It's not a, it's an actual flared, double flared fitting, and not a ferro. So that's one good thing. And the back floor pans don't look, is that the back? Where's the back ones at? Right here. Back floor pans don't look bad. There's some right here. I didn't see that before, but you know, this corner's kind of punky. But the rest of the floor pans look pretty good, actually, under here. And yeah. So yeah, I mean, unbelievable. Let me get this out of the way. And well, it's got disc brakes on the front, and I don't know what that was. What is that? I just caught somewhere, but it doesn't look like the engine. That must have been, I don't think that'd be a catalytic converter. That's probably like a resonator, maybe. I'm not sure what that is. I'm sure you guys tell me in the comments, but I would say it's a resonator, but there's not one on the other side here. Yeah, not sure. But the steering, I mean, looks like maybe up there somebody put a new hose on a long time ago, but doesn't look too bad. Good power washing and a spray can to do this thing wonders. But yeah, the tranny's not, unless it's out. Well, no, there was oil in the tranny, so I don't see a lot of oil pouring out of it here. So yeah, not too bad. Other than that, right there, floor pan in the back, probably it's under the seat. It doesn't look too bad. Boy, can I smell that fuel? Wow. That is bad. Custom. And it must have leaked a little bit. That might be an issue when we... Ooh. There's a lot in there too. And I think that could be fun. May have to drop that tank because, you know, that's dry. It looks wet, but it's dry. But I think the fuel. Where do you put the fuel in at? Is it the other side? Okay, it's a mystery. I don't know. Let me crawl up here. I know you guys are laughing at me. Oh, hold on. There we go. Huh. That's pretty cool. So yeah, let's anti-siphon, I guess. Is that what they called that in there? I don't know. We just keep the fuel from boy. I wish you guys could smell that. Wow, it's pure turpentine. But yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? I mean, I love that kind of stuff right there, you know. All right, so I guess the first thing we're gonna do is probably, well, let's see, what's the plan of attack here? Probably see if we can turn it over. Might be able to do that from under here. Let me get my light back on here. See if we can get a, we can right there. Let's get a big socket on there. So let me get set up and, oh, what kind of filter did they put on it? Let's see. Napa Gold. Well, good. Well, at least they used good oil filters. It's not a Fram. Japers. But yeah, good. That's a good sign. Let me get you set up in the stand, and I'll get a socket, and we'll see if we can turn that over completely once. Okay. I think I got a combination here that'll work. 14 different extensions. My regular extension was too short or too long. Okay. Well, hopefully you can see that. Let me get a paint stick so we know when we went clear around. That way we know. I don't know where my white one is, of course. Now, hopefully this blue one will show up here. Let me just get a mark something here. All right. Now let's just go around one time here. I've been watching for my blue mark. There it is right there. So we went clear around. So that's good. I think we're good to go. All right. Well, I think, man, the radiator looks pretty good, really. Oops, sorry. Radiator looks pretty good. Yeah. Looks real good. You know, I might have changed it, but yeah, looks pretty good actually. And it's not leaking. At least it's not leaking from, you know, where I can see it at. You know, the level. I think the level of the water was like right in here somewhere. So, all right. Well, let's get it back down to the ground and we'll take a look in the motor. Okay, let's pop this again. Golly, that is one heavy hood. Get you popped in right here in the stand where you have a decent view of the engine. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to get done tonight. I'm running out of time tonight, but at least I wanted to do the history and the walk around and look underneath it and kind of get a game plan of what we got. I did order some parts for this when I bought it. Yeah, I gotta go find the box. I'm not sure what I did with it, but I'm pretty sure I ordered a fuel pump, which I don't looks like I may not need. Cap and rotor. Man, I can't remember. I can't remember what else I got for it, but I got a box of stuff knowing that I might need it. Maybe a water pump. But yeah, I mean, we can take the air cleaner off. Probably got a bunch of hoses hooked to it, of course. I don't need that one off. I need this one, which I need my stool. I can't reach it. No, these come off. And that can stay there. And now I just got, I think, just one back there. I grab my stool. Too short, especially now that it's on the lift. Makes it about 4 or 5 inches higher. Down to oblivion. Really? Okay. Alright, got that off. Notice the older you get, the harder it is to do some of this stuff. I remember when I was 20-some, and it was no big deal crawling around on stones and gravel out in front of the driveway to do some of this stuff, but man, I don't know what I'd do without this lift now. Well, it does have some emission crap on it. Let me see if I can angle you down there a little bit. Right here. But I don't, does it have an air pump? Yeah, it's got a stinking air pump down there too. Let's see if I can get rid of this. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I may sweep some of that out before we get going, but yeah, there's an air pump sitting right down. Let me see if I can get my light on it. Yeah, typical. Flashlight's dead. Yeah, right down there. Oh, it's been deleted. What was that? Right down there. Oh, is that washing it out? Let me see if I can turn it down a little bit. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's been off for a long time, so that hasn't worked. But you know, I think for the purpose of this, I'm going to leave this stuff on it. Just leave it like it is, factory. I mean, I don't want to tear all this stuff off, and you know, I doubt anybody's ever going to want it on there, but that way it's still an intact motor the way it was when they bought it. So I'm just going to leave that stuff on there since the air pump ain't working. But yeah, the wires look underneath. Everything looks pretty good under here. Let's go around and see if that accelerator panel is stuck. I doubt it is, just by the way all the other stuff is. Let's let's leave that alone for right now. It's stiff, but it works. In fact, while we're here right now, let me grab some PB Blaster, and I'm just gonna soak that down right now. Just spray some of that on there. Let that start soaking a little bit. Yeah, that's already 10 times better. All right. Well, think the game plan is just dump some gas down the carburetor and see if it'll fire up. I kind of like that idea. But I do want to get the gas line unhooked, and then we'll pour some down the carburetor, and we're just going to see if it fires up. We got the key for the ignition. Might as well see if we get lucky. So I guess that's going to be it for now. I'll try to get this up online so you guys got something to see, and the next video will be getting this thing up and running. Until then, thanks for watching. See ya.